Today on The Boot Guy, we are looking at the UGG Classic Short Boot. Gentlemen, you've been requesting this boot for quite a long time, and I'm sure you have not been requesting this boot because you were concerned about whether or not it's a comfortable boot, whether or not this is a good place to put your money, or whether or not this is a fashion statement you were looking to make. You guys just wanted me to tear this thing apart and just talk about it in the most negative light I possibly could. So I can do that. For you guys out there, for my subscribers, for my viewers, I can tear this thing apart. First off, we got to talk about some of the good parts about it though. We got to say something nice about this because we just can't all be negative because we live in a horrible world as it is and everybody's negative as it is. So let's look at something good about this. So let's start with the sole. The sole is made from EVA. Now, if I wanted to give you guys a reference point to what this sole actually feels like and what the material is, think back to those Walmart boots, those Brahma boots. Think back to that review I did on those boots for the Father's Day video. Same chemical makeup is that sole. So what does that say about it? You probably don't want to come in contact with any ice with this sole. And you also don't want to come in contact with any water on a marble, smooth finished marble floor and or 24-inch tile floors like you'd find in nicer kitchens, because basically this thing's going to become an ice skate. Even though all the nice little patterns to the sole and whatnot, the material itself is not the type of material that actually creates a nice seal and bond and displaces water. So basically it's going to suck up water and you're just going to be water on water, which then makes it into that ice skate. So the upper is actually a sheepskin and it is a suede sheepskin. It is really soft. This is pretty nice. I mean, I wouldn't mind to have a pair of gloves made out of this. I wouldn't mind to have a nice horseback riding jacket made out of this, but strapping this to your foot, probably not the best. And the reason I'm saying that is not because of the softness of the material. They are really comfortable. Think of these Uggs as if you were to create a pull-on house slipper. And that's all this thing really is. I mean, you walk into a Walmart, you walk into a Target, you grab a house slipper. These things weigh the exact same amount as a pair of house slippers. And I think that's what a lot of guys are drawn to, is that they're lightweight and they're comfortable and they're lofty, because guys that wear this usually are trying to portray themselves as easygoing, laid back, you know, kind of like the dude. You know what I'm talking about? The Big Lebowski dude? Like, that's the type of guy who you're going to see wearing something like this. The guy who's really trying to live up to that iconic image. That's the guy who wants this. And when you look through the internet, do a Google search and check out men in Uggs. You'll see the other guys who are wearing this. It just makes sense who's buying this. Just makes sense who thinks that they have to wear stuff like this. They're trying to live up to their egos or whatever, right? So let's get back to the actual boot. Now the inside is an actual wool lining, and yes, it is very nice. It is very soft, and that's where I think this would make a beautiful material for a jacket, for a beautiful riding jacket. For if you're going out for a week in Montana, you could cut a really nice coat out of this material. But strapping this material to your foot with a wool sock inside, not the best thing. Now, I would imagine that most of the guys who are running around trying to portray that type of lifestyle, that they're not wearing socks inside, that they think they can just run around sock-free inside a boot like this. I'm going to have to disagree, because that material is back to a polyester, and even though they're saying that the polyester is going to wick away a lot of the moisture, going from the outside to the inside with just the thermal difference between the two different climates, temperature plus moisture in the room plus all that other stuff, your foot's going to start sweating inside here, and before you know it, you're going to have a stinky, sweaty mess of a boot. And since the insole doesn't come out, guess what? You're stuck trying to dry this thing out. And I would imagine any guy who's buying Uggs is not going to have a boot dryer. He's not going to have something he can just drop this thing on, let a little nice warm air, a little convection roll through it and dry out the sweat. No, he's going to be sitting there with his hair dryer and they're trying to dry it out like that. And what's going to happen when you put that much heat from a hair dryer inside something like this? Well, you're just going to really destroy the boot, because heat in wool like this could lead to a nice little combustion fire. So like I said, we're saying something nice about it and we're saying the bad parts about it. Now the nice thing is they weigh nothing as a pair. I mean, they actually weigh about as much as house slippers or a heavy pair of wool hunting socks. That's the weight we're looking at here. And you're probably getting about the same warmth as you would get from a heavy pair of wool hunting socks. They are not going to be exceptionally warm. Now I understand that the idea, the soft, lofty stuff inside, the leather, how it looks outside, that this just portrays warmth to you. But that's nothing here that's going to be warm, and you can put your money in better places for warmer boots if that's really what you want to do. All right, now about size, fit, and how to buy these. Well, listen, if you really want to know what a pair of these cost, check below in the description box. I'll have an Amazon link in there and you can just click on that and I'll take you to whatever size you need and the Amazon price, which if you search a little bit deeper, you'll find a lower price, because I have seen these at some pretty low prices if you're really interested in buying these. If by now watching this video I have not discouraged you from buying this boot, try that link. So size and fit, out of the box. Now normally I go with 12, but I knew that these things were not going to fit, so I got a 13, and guess what? The 13 fits like my 13 house slipper. Now, everybody says, oh yeah, once you break in your boots, they feel like house slippers. No, they feel like boots that are soft. This actually feels like a house slipper. This feels just like the house slippers I got for Father's Day last year, and I have to say my house slippers are probably more comfortable because they actually have a little support to them. These things have no support, so do not try running in these. Do not try climbing anything in these. Do not try kicking anything in these. They will just fall apart. They will not offer any sort of support or protection to your foot outside of just having an extra layer, outside of just wearing a pair of socks. That's about as much as you're going to get out of these. Now, if you like that soft, comfortable, just slide your foot in tall house slipper, yeah, that's a good place to be. If you want tall house slippers because you like to sit out on the porch and have a couple cigars and drink some whiskey, okay, I could see buying a pair of these just for that. Walking around in public with this on, that's kind of like wearing tights. Oh wait, there are guys that are wearing tights. What the hell am I talking about? The guys I see wearing these, they wear tights in these. All right, I'll just scratch that whole last sentence. Now, something that somebody brought up in conversation with me many years ago is that when they first released the Uggs, and Uggs are 20-some plus years old, the first generation, the first two generations, before the company got big and before they switched production to China, they were actually a little bit heavier duty. They actually had a better sole. They didn't use this cheap EVA. The material, the outer shell, the actual sheepskin and suede was a nicer, heavier material, and the wool was an actual good quality, a good density of wool. It just wasn't a cheap material that is adhered to a glued polyester background. So these boots actually do come from a place of quality. I mean, whenever you're building something for the first time, you're going to build it the best you can. And whenever a product hits the market for the first time, it's always going to be the best it possibly can. So the older generation of Uggs, yes, were better. Where they are today as a fashion item, there is a lot to be desired about these boots. Now, they do make a lot of other styles. The brand Uggs has tons of other styles, and you actually might find those Uggs to be a little bit more up your alley. I just want to say that the classic short boot is not what it once was. And with that being said, that's it. So that's the men's classic short boot from UGGs. Hey, if you're currently wearing a pair of these, we all want to know why. So please comment below. Let us know why you decided to pick a pair of these UGGs. Why are you wearing this thing? What is it about this boot that you found so attractive or just so fitting to your lifestyle that you bought a pair? Hey, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. You know it really helps out. Also, remember, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you are currently using Instagram, all week long, I am taking photos of whatever boot I'm testing out, wherever I'm working, whatever is going on. I'm using Instagram as a communication device. So if you got a question, hit me up on Instagram. If you like the photos on Instagram, like them. Make some comments on there. Let me know you guys are checking it out. Hey, if you're about to pick up a pair of these, or if you're about to burn a pair of these in a campfire, I would like photos of that as you're burning them. Please shoot video also. But if you're about to buy a pair of these as a winter boot or as a casual boot, and you got questions about that, please do not contact me with those questions. Please, I don't want to answer those questions. If you're buying these, I don't want to help you buy these. I really don't, and I'm sorry to say, actually I'm not sorry to say that. I'm proud to say that. I don't want to help you buy these boots. All right, until the next time, I'm the boot guy. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.